Hey everybody, this is Ozark Pepper One, and I'm going to hit on a few subjects this morning because I think that, I've seen a lot the past 3 or 4 months going from neighborhood to neighborhood, and I can tell you from my own observations that when things collapse, when things go down, it's going to go down hard for a lot of people. And these people are living past the extent of their income. They are living, uh, we used to call them $30,000 millionaires. So, these people have brand new vehicles in the driveway. The home is brand new. Everything is fancy brick. Everything's got uh, manicured lawn. They don't even cut their own grass. They're just living good. And I see house after house of people living this lifestyle. And while normal people go to work and they come home and they sleep, these people are waxing their wheels on their cars. They're waxing their paint jobs. They're pulling their toys out of the garage and cleaning them just so they can put them back. That way, when their friends come over, they can show them their fancy toys they have. Their two friends that they have. And mainly what they're doing is competing with their neighbors, or it's the social media. The past 10, 15 years of social media, people have got into a competition mode to where they are more concerned with what others think than their own well-being and their own future, of what may occur. They're not worried about that. They're just living, and it's at other people's expense, because when the fall comes, the people who take the hit, you know, will be the ones that they're begging food from, and begging. Well, when they start to, you know, beg for stuff from the government, the taxpayer has to pay it, and the taxpayer are those working people that didn't do those foolish things. They lived within their means. They bought things they needed instead of everything they wanted. I mean, anybody can do that. You can go work somewhere. You can take out a line of credit. You can buy things that you've always dreamed of that you'd want, but you don't need those things. I mean, if you need that to be happy, then there's some kind of mental issue going on that you need to get worked out. And it's for you young guys out there. Whenever you're working and you're young and you start saving your money, a lot of times you'll fall into temptation to buy this flashy item because you have the money to get it. Here's a bit of advice. While you're young, don't buy that item. Keep that money, stash it, and wait until you have triple that money. And instead of buying that item that you thought was awesome, buy that item that's 10 times more awesome and have cash left over, because you bought an investment instead of just buying something that is may break down, may lose the value. Buy something that's going to retain value. These people buying these homes and stuff, they're assuming that they're going to sell these homes later on at a higher value. But I don't believe that's going to be the case. I believe things are going to be devalued because people, our monetary system is fake, and it's going to collapse. It's in the process. It's so subtle that people don't see it. What a dollar used to be an ounce of silver. Nowadays, it takes 25 of paper dollars to equal an ounce of silver. The silver didn't change. The dollar did. gold. I don't remember what gold was in 1913 or whatever, but it was something like $13 or something, or $20. I'm not sure what it was, of cash. Here we are, 2023. Was it for you to buy an ounce of gold? You're going to pay $2,200 to $2,500 from a dealer for an ounce. And gold didn't change. The dollar is in the negatives. The dollar is worth, you need, $10 to equal 2 of the real value. It's a collapse in progress. And people are oblivious to it, and they're still living their lives like there's abundance. They're making large families. They're buying more things than they need. They're living like it's the roaring 1950s after the war and good times. And it's not. I mean, for them it is in their mind, because reality didn't sink in. But when it does, imagine the mental chaos. Imagine when these people lose their minds. When that repo man shows up and takes both cars, and then the sheriff department shows up and says, "We need to evict you out of your home. You didn't pay the bill." And it's a nice home, and all these people built up this fake, uppity mentality, persona around all of their friends and their family. It's going to hit them like a ton of bricks, and a lot of those people are going to unalive themselves, which is terrible, because a lot of them may be good souls, may be good people, but they just have that money problem, that lack of understanding. They're enjoying the ride. They're having a lot of fun. And my advice to younger guys is don't get caught up in that. If you choose to find you a girl, find you one that has the same values as you. Find one that has moral values. Find one that takes care of herself. Find one that cherishes God and the family and all that. Because if you don't, you're going to get one that's been raised by the system. And that one is your enemy. Even if they don't know they're your enemy, they are. Because they've been raised by the system. They've been programmed. The same way you program a computer or a phone. Their mind has been programmed since childhood. Anyway, it's Saturday. Y'all have a great weekend. I gotta go out there and polish the wheels of my truck. Ozark Prepper 1 out.